Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a hard thing for some people to wrap their head around. It's a hard thing for people to commit to. It's difficult for most people because of the pain, because of who it was, because of where it happened, how it happened. Forgiveness is not an easy thing for most of us to commit to. It's hard to love somebody who has hurt you bad. I think that if you really love somebody, it's even harder to forgive them because, you can have somebody bump into your car, step on your foot, hit you with a shopping basket, accidentally knock something out your hand, and not even knowing the person, you could say, you might not speak the word they're forgiven, but you might say something like, it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's okay. You're fine. And the whole time this person is trying to reconcile or make good with a stranger, and you're just like, hey, it's cool. It's all right. But I believe it's a little bit harder to do that when you actually know them. And the offense is a little bit more severe. And it just goes a little deeper because you've invested more into this person than you did a stranger. So you expect more out of them because you could deal with this person. A stranger, it's in passing. You might see them every now and then at the same grocery store, but you probably share a deeper, more meaningful relationship with the other person that you love, that hurt you, which makes it more difficult for some people. I'm learning that no matter what they did, forgive them. Forgive them because that's you want to get it. You want to deal with it as soon as possible. Forgive them. Don't let them get away with it. I would say hold them accountable, but you don't have to beat them across the head physically, and you don't have to keep talking about it. But nobody can tell you to stop thinking about it because you're going to try to deal with it in your own way, how this person hurt you. So I would say once you're offended, much like when it's a mishap by a stranger and you're just bumping into somebody, just deal with it and say, okay, I forgive you. I forgive you, or I'm going to forgive you, but let me have time to process what you did. Or you could say, I really don't want to see you anymore, but I'm going to forgive you, but I don't want to deal with you for a while. See, forgiveness comes from the heart. And I think you should forgive. But you don't have to, if somebody hurt you, if it's bad enough and it's going to be left up to the person who has been offended, whatever measures you think you need to take, I think is up to you. Non-violent, of course, doesn't always rate a divorce. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to pack up your family and move to another state. But depending on how offensive the offense was, to separate yourself in proximity from this person and not talk to this person for a while in order to get your feelings together, or just not talk to this person again, is I think that's pretty fair. It's pretty fair. We go back and go in detail and go back and say, you hurt me, I hurt you. But once you forgave them for hurting you, then it's a clean slate. So, retribution is like one of those things that come natural. So I don't think that we should you know, or revenge. We shouldn't really dwell on that. You should just remove yourself from the area, you know, or kick the person out, or whatever you got to do to get away from them, because the quicker you can deal with it, the better off you'll be. Hey, I'm super mad. I need time to think about it. Let me get my distance, and I'll let you know what I want to do. It's fair to both parties to handle it that way, but you're gonna handle it how you want to handle it. I'm gonna read something real quick. Forgiveness is a conscious choice to release resentment and negative feelings towards someone who has wronged you. Focusing on healing and moving forward, not necessarily condoning the act of reconciling, and involves letting go of desire or revenge for personal freedom and better mental health, reducing stress, anxiety, and depression, though it's a complex process that requires grieving, empathy, and allowing time to process anger before releasing it. You can deal with it in those ways, which I just read, and be a better person for it. But like I said, if you're that mad, if you're that hurt, drop everything. Drop everything and move on. Sever all ties that connect you and this person, and make it easy. Make it easy as possible. You might have to sacrifice some money. You might have to sacrifice some time. You might have to sacrifice some possessions, because people like to play games when you try to separate yourself from them. And it's just a safer thing most cases. You know, that person really don't want to be around you. But I would say, regardless of what you choose to do, find a place where you can forgive this person. But you don't have to kick it with them. You can forgive them today and not talk to them for another 10 years. It's up to you. But I would say find a place in your heart where you can forgive them, so you can literally just move on and you know, deal with your emotions and not be so stressed. And because people that drive you crazy because you mad with somebody because they disrespected you. You know, I'm dealing with some things like that. So nah. Don't let the fact that somebody hurt you turn you into somebody else. Just forgive them. Just forgive them and move on. All right? Peace.